Hey guys, and welcome back. You're tuning in to the I Saw It Online YouTube channel, and this is another Trains with Shane episode, and a Will It Run episode. It's been a while, guys. Glad to be back. Glad to see all of you. So, what do we have on the table today? Well, we have a Bachmann, Stallion, N scale, what I would call a starter kit. You see, it's their easy track system, their basic controller. The eagle-eyed among you will notice that things are not displayed in the package as they would be if you'd bought this brand new from Hobby Lobby and paid 150 bucks for it. Or if you used the 40% off coupon and got it for a bit less. Still, over $100, even at that point. So, I picked this up for 45 bucks plus shipping, which was 10 bucks. So I'm in this thing for not too bad. Got it on eBay. It was open box in the auction. How did they? Sorry, I'm doing this off camera, guys. Got the have to get the knife out. It's like they taped it up, but they... Okay, I see how they did it. They taped the original cellophane back together. It's kind of... Sorry guys, I'll get this back in frame in just a moment, as soon as I make entry here. That's got it. We're upside down here, but I'm right-handed, so it's got to be this way. All right, let's see what we got. This is supposed to be a complete set. From the pictures in the auction, it was complete. Okay, nothing else in the box. Toss that aside. Air pack. All right. Bunch of wrapping paper like you would get if you bought some cups or some china from a secondhand store. Okay, looks like that's our easy track. I've used HO scale easy track, but I've never used the N scale. So I'm excited to see how well I can bump the camera. I'm excited to see how it compares to Kato. What do they call theirs? Unitrack. Kato Unitrack, which I have used quite a bit of. Like this is our rolling stock here. I'm not incredibly enthusiastic about the packaging of it here, so let's dive in. Miscellaneous pack of bits. Looks like these are replacement Rapido style couplers. We've got our Norfolk Southern F unit here. Looks like we might be missing a number board here. That's not a deal breaker. 4270. If I remember correctly, this unit later became just 270 because Norfolk Southern was reserving the 4000s for a series of rebuilds. Yep, Bachmann, made in China. Rear coupler here. Looks to be some kind of a knuckle coupler, but pretty primitive. It's not a magnomatic coupler or easy mate or whatever they call it. Set that aside. Also, if I remember correctly, Norfolk Southern doesn't own those F units anymore. I think they auctioned them off. They had 2A and 2B units, and they used them to pull their business train. Looks like we got a little loose wheel on our, well, they got a coal load. Yeah, a little coal hopper. We'll try and fix that here in a minute. Norfolk Southern caboose. Looks like, again, we've got some loose and one missing axle here. I believe I see that floating in the bag. Again, same type of coupler used here. Our walkways are still intact, as is our smokestack. Brake wheel, ladders. I have found that a lot of times, whether it's HO or N scale, that the chimney will be either mangled or outright broke off if these aren't packaged in an original container. Yep, here's our wheel set, metal wheels. Happy about that. They appear to be really clean too. All right, and our Texaco tanker. We left Texaco here in Texas. Looks like we got all 4 axles attached. Our ladder, our railing, brake levers. Also pretty common to find this particular style of vertical brake wheel snapped off. So we got lucky there. Yep, our rails are intact all the way around. Ladders on both sides. Looks good. I'm not expecting any miracles here, guys. This isn't a Kato set, but for the price I picked it up for, I figured it was worth a risk. Here is our transformer. Wow, look at the oxidation there. Those of you who have been around since the early 1990s probably aware of the Super Nintendo, or Super Famicom as it was known in Japan. They used a plastic that had a lot of bromine in it to make it fire retardant and more melt resistant. Well, you couple that with the ultraviolet light exposure and it turns brown, just like this. You notice the underside is still nice and gray. I'm kind of reluctant to, but I'm going to give this a sniff test. Yep, does not smell funky, so I don't believe this is nicotine or cigarette smoke residue, as sometimes you'll have to deal with buying used stuff online, which is kind of a risk sometimes. But standard entry-level Bachmann DC controller. I think it's the first one of those that I've owned, which would mean our last mystery package here is probably the wall wart and the cable. Yep. Here's our AC to DC transformer. Output 16 volts. A standard barrel jack, which mates up to input there. It's like the controller here has provisions to just slide in bare wire if you don't have the proprietary Bachmann connector here, which is cool. If I'm right, I think this same power pack, as in same wattage, same everything, is used in their starter HO scale DC sets, or at least it was. I'm not sure if you can buy regular DC sets anymore. I think that Bachmann may all be, what do they call it, the DCC Easy Command or something like that. Their little proprietary DCC controller, which will work with regular DCC engines. This is certainly familiar. So it looks like we have all the constituent components here of a starter set. So I stop our tanker from rolling off onto the floor. "12 pieces with the railer slash power track. Glad to see that none of the steps are broken off of the bottom of the two front ladders and the back two. A lot of times you guys probably know better than I am, or I am. English is hard, guys. I've been on vacation. That when you buy a used F unit, a lot of times these rear ladders, stirrups, steps, whatever you want to call them, rungs, are snapped off or broken to the point of almost snapping off. So other than the missing number board on this side, I'm gonna say we're looking pretty good. Oh, looky here. Closer examination. As I bump the camera, here's our missing number board. Excellent. Under normal circumstances, I would say let's get this over to the switching layout and see what it does or what it does not do. But since we have a complete control setup here, what do you guys say we assemble this? Put our train together and see what it does and what it does not do. I will see you over there. Okay, we have assembled the track and we have assembled our train. We have plugged the transformer or power pack or controller, whatever you want to call it, into power and our track. So we are going to flip the switch, turn it on, red light, that's good. Now let's feed her some voltage. Oh, good sign already. Well, struggling for traction there. Let's switch direction. Apparently I've got the thing. May not have that thing railed completely right. Yep, I can hear it spinning over there. Get down in here and see what our problem is. How do you like the back of my head? It's times like that when I realize I should have got my little Kato railer out. She does not. Let's bring her back and see why she's not going anywhere. Yep, we are in. I wonder if we have a joint over there that is not connected properly. No? As you guys can see though, this isn't 100% level. And there is a misconnected joint right there. I did discover that this is not as easy to assemble as Kato Unitrack is. See, whereas Kato, the jointers are built into the little plastic pieces. The Easy Track here, despite being affixed to a road base, still has the jointers floating, so it's more difficult to line them up since they're not auto-aligned. And since I'm not dealing with a hard surface here, it made it a little bit more sporty to try to connect up. Let's give her the onions here. Yeah, she just had a little bit of trouble getting through that uneven track over there. Runs well even at lower throttle levels. Let's accelerate to get her through that little sketchy spot. Let's dial her right down. Not bad. Quiet too. I'm very surprised. I say that I'm very surprised, but as this is newer production Bachmann, it's not the old cracked white gear stuff of legends that you've seen on this channel. But I found that the newer stuff, even though it's still basic, it's still better than what I would call toy grade, but only just. I think these days Bachmann makes a pretty good set. Now that being said, is it worth $150 if you buy it retail? And that's dollars US. I was at the Galveston Rail Museum last week while I was on vacation, and they have these similar sets for $240. Obviously there's a vast markup for a museum gift shop, but wow, that's a lot of money to pay for a Bachmann starter set. And they weren't special edition or anything. They were your plain, you know, Stallion starter set, just like the one we've got here. So, was it worth the $45? For me, absolutely. We've got a full set here, and it functions. I could probably do a retro bright process on this and de-brown it, but let's see. Yeah, they're Phillips head screws. I could get it apart. I'm not sure if the juice is worth the squeeze, given that the chemicals to do that are somewhat expensive, because you have to find a higher than medical concentration hydrogen peroxide, something that you would use at like a beauty salon for hair, like bleaching and things like that. I'm not sure if I want to spend that money just to give a retro bright process a try on one device, and I don't have anything else currently that needs retro brighting or de-yellowing. But we have a fully functioning, almost as good as new set here, an F unit that, as far as I know, I only think I've ever seen Bachmann make the Norfolk Southern business train F unit here, and I think it's only ever been available in this road number and no B units available. I could be 100% wrong, but that's why we have the internet. I'm sure I can look it up and find out, and if I do, I may post it as a card right here. So guys, I want to thank you for joining me again. I have not been posting lately, and it has been kind of a perfect storm of reasons. First, I was just busy with work and end of school year activities with my girlfriend's boys. My girlfriend's oldest graduating high school at 16 with honors, and he's already looking at community college courses and stuff, and hopefully have his associate's degree before he's even old enough to be legally responsible for himself. So that's going to be cool. After that, I did a few things. You guys saw the rescue layout videos, got working on that. Then work just got busy and overwhelming. We had to go back to the office a couple of days a week, so I wasn't home as often. This, that, and the other. The yearly vacation down to Galveston with my girlfriend and her boys, which I do have another train-related video to post about that, although it's from last year's vacation, because we hit that every year. So, got back from that, this past week, and it's been scratching on 110 degrees almost every single day here in the Dallas area the last couple of weeks. I'm sure wherever you guys are, in the northern hemisphere at least, you're dealing with warmer than average temperatures. I know our friends over in the UK certainly are. But it's been so hot in the back room, and there's no central air out there, that I just haven't felt like going out there, turning on the window unit, waiting for stuff to cool down. Again, back at work, so when I get home, I want to do nothing. And it's just been a domino effect of things as to why I haven't gotten a video out in the recent couple of weeks, guys, and I apologize for that. There is more to come. There's always stuff I can do. I've got another custom painted locomotive coming from my friend. This one will be of the freight hauling variety and is going to include DCC and sound. And he is in the process now of accumulating paints, decals, stencils, and custom pieces for that. And if that turns out good, it will make it into another video where I'm going to do some switching with it and try my first actual switch ops, either on the stevestrains.com Inglenook switching layout that you guys have seen in many videos, or I may put together something similar but with new track, because I've got some Kato Unitrack that has remote turnouts. You guys know I like remote turnouts, just to keep as much of the operations remote. Of course, I don't have any decoupling magnets or any of that stuff yet, so who knows what'll get added in there. But a lot of stuff in the works, guys. I am also launching 2 more channels. One of them is just going to be a generic hobby channel, not train focused. It's going to be model kit building, which I started doing at a young age, almost exactly at the same time I was exposed to model railroading. So it has been with me off and on as long since I was 10, 11, 12 years old. I even still have a lot of my models that I built back then, and a couple that I've built since, even as recently as about 6 years ago or so. And I'll show you all of those on that channel. It will be called I Saw It Online something, probably I Saw It Online Hobbies. The name of this channel is going to be changed to I Saw It Online either Trains or Trains with Shane. Let me know in your comments if you prefer either one of those or not. So again, I want to thank you guys for sticking with me. I want to thank our new subscribers. We are almost at 750, so we are inching up close on that 1,000 subscriber mark, and the giveaway that will happen once we get there. I have a couple pieces for it already, which you guys know already. A couple of Atlas switchers that there are videos on the channel, I think I did, of those. There was a 2-pack that I bought. So I'm sorry I'm rambling, guys, but I just wanted to get a video out. I've been meaning to. Life has gotten in the way. The weather has gotten in the way. I won't say that the vacation got in the way, because that was so needed to get out of the area and just unplug for a week. So again, thank you guys. Stay safe, and I'll see you soon.